All right, welcome everyone to the 3.5.3 patch review. We're True Seeing Gaming. My name's Philip. My co-host is Kieran.
What's up?
Now, this is going to be an interesting one. Tano said that he wants to slow the game down. He seems to be targeting a lot of the movement shenanigans, but at least my impression from the last edition is that everything is just really fast scouting immediate turn one punches that you're just trying to slam each other with and overwhelm in the first turn if you wanted to be competitive. Is that sort of your impression of how it was running last edition?
Yeah, well, this edition pre-patch, I guess.
Mm.
Haven't seen what it's like after the patch yet. The in our experience, the scouts, the fast melee scouts or the shotgun scouts were really very much the meta. They didn't really see much competition, and so that first turn uh,
Alpha
alpha
strat.
strike of
Yeah.
whoever gets the first interaction tends to have a leg up on their opponent. So you tend to build around that. So part of that did come, yes, from fast units and readily access to scout, but I'm not sure if changing just that will address the other side of it. The uh, elephant in the room, I think, shotguns are, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look through it. So we'll start with some of the general changes, and then I want to jump down to the armies because there's some stuff that's pretty interesting to me. So he's changed around some of the army ride rules. Uh, Interestingly, he said here that people aren't happy with the over 9 inches away, but some of the
Some
armies, like orcs, for example, their upgraded army ability when you take a hero to buff a unit and you get a better version of your army ability, it adds the 9 inches away caveat, which is
Yep.
weird. I didn't get that at all.
Versatile attack adds the 9 inches away as well.
Slayer,
Um, Slayer, yep. So
it's
it,
like there seems like there's more. He's acknowledged that people don't like it, but he's added more. But I guess he's
it's
saying like, hey, just hold on to next edition because we're going to change some stuff. But man, it felt weird initially.
yeah. Well, that is what it says, right? Because it says we'll replace them with different conditions next edition. Um, but yeah, for now, I suppose the main goal was stabilizing the power of some of those other rules that don't have it that gained it now. So like you said, versatile attack, for example, requiring you to say charge from outside of 12 or shoot from outside of 9 or shoot from outside of 9. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the weapon specials have just been slashed. So some that are just redundant or very similar. So that Imperial Guard one and the High Elf Fleet one, for example, the High Elf Fleets had crack, which is on sixes you get AP2, and the Guard have one which is basically on sixes AP2, but also ignores cover. That they just changed it to Imperial Guard just get crack. And they've done that for a bunch of them. Anything that's pretty close, they've just basically amalgamated them all, I guess, to make it a little bit easier for people to remember them all. It's fine, I
Okay.
guess. I'm not super concerned or upset about that. What do you think?
So what does the crack rule do now?
It's the same. Crack's the same, but they've just made it so that the guard doesn't get their unique special crack that they used to have. They've just got normal crack. So six is AP2. They
Not
got
magical space crack. Got it.
no. They don't
Yeah.
get the cool crack. Um,
Um, Only cool kids get the cool crack. Yeah, I saw that there was a fair bit of rules consolidation. The one that I noticed first was decimate got consolidated with a few other ones changed into, I think it's disintegrate.
yeah. Although I will say
It was a buff though.
the orcs just got a straight buff on theirs, which is really weird. Their special one. Prepare for their trucks to delete all your stuff again. By the way, tear. I guess they got changed to tear. So they used to be it didn't work on anything tough 9 or better, and now it only works on tough 9 or better, and they get AP4, which is so much worse for me. That was the only
Oh
thing
yeah,
protecting my tanks and my combat walkers. Now the Orc player is going to be deleting everything again with his veterans and trucks, and oh gosh.
yeah. I mean, though that happened to a few different rules. Scratch on Crude
on
got
the
sorry,
jackals.
Jackals, not Crude, legally distinct. Um, they changed to just flat AV2 against any toughness rather than 3 to 9. So that's a
What?
big buff to Scratch.
Shatter against units
Oh,
who have tough
Shatter is the
3, they just get AP2.
tough 3 or higher.
Yeah, okay, okay.
So it's no longer bounded, which means that all of your sources of, well, no longer Scratch, Shatter now, suddenly got a lot better at fighting.
It's going to be a big
Tough.
impact. This is actually going to change quite a few things, these weapon special rules.
Hmm.
I've noticed a few of
Uh,
my weapons went down, my top end autocannons and stuff in HDF. But yeah, definitely going to
yeah.
shake things up a bit.
Some of these seem like they're quite positive. Like, for example, that Jackal one is quite a positive change. Jackals kind of need more stuff. I haven't seen too much else that's going to push them in the right direction. But also, I think a lot of the costings haven't affected them as much. But anyway, we'll see. We have
Hmm.
to redo we have to redo our review on Jackals.
Oh, yeah.
We just
We,
had it
we
ready.
stupidly had one before the patch, and now it's completely redundant, so we'll just do that one again. Point cost changes. So, toughness goes up,
Ah,
which is interesting because, for me at least, you can talk about your toughness, but my HDF tanks didn't change. They're the same
yours
cost.
didn't change.
No, they're the same cost. So, Battle Tank was always 335, and the only time it gets more expensive is with these upgrades now. So stealth, for example,
Really
takes
expensive.
super expensive. It takes into account what toughness you are. This used to be 15 points, now it's 40. So that's a really big difference for these kind of. Same with Strider. I think Strider was like 5 or 10 points. Now it's 20. Um,
Yeah.
so
It
that's
was
a big
auto cheap
change.
before.
But the
Now you're
stock
actually paying
variant,
for it.
yeah, where I'm really seeing the scaling on toughness is on these upgrades. Anytime you try and bolt an upgrade onto a unit like regen or stealth or anything like that, it costs so much now. But the
Oh
base
yeah.
cost of the unit isn't hugely different.
I You say that. I did notice that there was some price shifting across a lot of my tough units. Particularly the one that hurt the most was looking at battle suits. Um, Not the commander though, just the squad of guys. That actually went up. Yep.
So what were they before?
I think they were 205.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen a few of the tough three ones. They got hammered a bit. Like my high off jet bikes went up 30 points. They were 200 now. They're like 230 or something, which
May have
didn't
even been
feel
below 200.
justified.
Yeah, I don't think the 3-man tough 3 units
Or
were a
offending anyone.
particularly. Yeah. There are when we've looked at the different units of the different factions and we've done our reviews, there's been only a few times where we've actually liked the tough 3 units other than them just being, cheap chaff like swarms. I think I really like the Gators and Saurians, but I think for most other factions, they fell into that awkward place with the deadly and blast.
I like the
That
high
being
off
said,
elementals, but I hate
yeah,
bikes.
true.
Almost everyone's bikes, which are tough three, are just trash, and they
Mm,
really suffered under this, sadly. But yeah, okay. So I am noticing that, and the regen has been rebuffed too. I guess rejigged. So now it's based on the amount of models you've got. So a 10-man infantry squad is 40 points now because it's got a potential 20 models that can get the regen, whereas a veteran squad is 20, which is
mm.
interesting. And I think you can get down to 10. I think even smaller squads can get 10-point regen upgrade. So I guess yeah, there's more uh, impactful scaling on your upgrades depending on how many wounds is in the unit, which is it's good overall. I'm supportive of that. It does hurt, but I guess we'll talk about that more when we talk about some of the different armies.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell in a vacuum as well. At this stage, we can look at them and see what we think about the direction the changes have gone in. But until we've actually had time to play, a couple different games with a couple different factions, we won't see if the balance of the game overall has shifted that much. Like the toughness scaling or a cost, we won't see how they affect the overall balance without seeing the comparison in actual battles. Because if you just look at your own faction, and here's the trap that we all kind of fall into when we see these come out, we all dig through our own faction list, our favorite faction, we find out all the nerfs and we whinge, or we find out all the buffs and we brag. This is the classic experience. Until you actually see how those changes affect play on the tabletop, you don't actually realize how they interact with each other unless you've got
That's
some sort of big brain meta analysis that you read through all of the army lists and in your head you piece it all together. But
that's what I wanted to preface for everyone is that don't get. Tanner was upfront in saying that he's toning things back. So don't get discouraged that your faction, if you look at your faction and say, oh, my stuff got worse or more expensive. I've looked through a lot of the lists and everyone's stuff is pretty much worse. No one came out roses. Everyone's getting toned back, or changed. So yeah, when you look at it as a whole, it's going to be interesting to see how it comes out at the end, because initially you're going to have sticker shock and think like, why did I get hit? But then you realize everyone got hit, so it's all right. All right, so aura costs. So aura rules on multi-model units. Aura costs are the same regardless of who they're on. So this is what we're talking about with the regen and stealth and different feats. That's all now taken into account. Especially brutal on these tough 3 models, by the way. So how much Terminators pay? They on the Battle Brothers?
I hadn't checked that.
Oh, it's brutal. I think it's 55 points.
You don't have to open up a list to look at the rules.
I like it. I like doing it.
Of
55 points for a regen aura
course,
on 3 Terminators.
making that good unit better.
That's rough. That's rough to me. I think 40
Yeah.
points would have been fair. Because they're equivalent of 9 models? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they get extra value because any deadly weapon that goes into them, the regen will really mess with that. But still, I mean, as no one's
It's
really
also steps.
complaining about toughness three model units at the moment.
Yeah. I think it's because they get looped in, because 3-man tough 3 is a unique profile in the game, right? You don't have any other tough units that are grouped together, at least in Grimdark Future. I haven't read through all of the systems. You don't have any other tough units that are grouped, so it's the only example of it that exists where you actually lose models over the course of a tough profile. Because every other case, tough 6, tough 12, one guy. So it mechanically sits in the weirdest balance point compared to tough or not tough, because it's affected by both blast and deadly, being, the big tools that people take to step out against either multi-model or single model units. So I feel like either in either case, they're going to get shafted just naturally, because if tough is too strong, non-tough is weaker, then they're going to suffer from being non-tough by extension.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess maybe they got caught in the crossfire of the sins of tough 12 units and things, tough
yeah,
18 units. Such is life. And interestingly, cost on 6 and reroll 6. So he's figured out, unfortunately, something that I liked, where you can take a trash unit like a infantry squad that hits on 5s, or if you can find something that hits on 6s that has rending, it means you get super value out of rending, because either half or every single hit you get is now AP4, ignoring regen. So now that's costed in, sadly. So those units that are bad are now going to get a increased
yeah,
cost for getting rending
you
for
don't
other
just get
units.
double hits for having surge on a quality 6 guy now. Well, you do still get it, but you pay for double hits.
Yeah.
Um,
So all those units like Necron Scarabs and stuff, they're going to go up from that. But it shouldn't hit most of the units that are, quality 4 or better. So,
hmm.
interesting. All right, so special rules changes. Okay, let's go from the top. So every mark now needs line of sight. It was a weird area before where some marks needed line of sight and some didn't, and you always had to check. Now it's everything always needs it all the time, which is
Is
simpler.
it is it truly true with all of them?
It's all of them.
Um, poor robots.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. He was
ah,
happy. He was like, "Oh, my mark went down." I'm like, "Yeah, now you need line of sight." He's like, "What?"
yeah. Ah, I
Yeah,
look. I I hate to say it directly to the man, but damn, the indirect mark should not.
it's cheaper now.
Please, Tenno. It should ignore line of sight. It's indirect. If you have to get the unit able to see the unit, that kind of defeats the purpose. I suppose it's that multi-unit play that you kind of want. I felt that in Dow with the removal of spotters, but we'll get to there eventually. Um,
Yeah, it's not so much for picking out units that can't be seen. It's more protecting your own units, I think. Now, if you're going to be using that indirect mark, but
yeah, yeah, it's a
the
bit sad.
one for me was the Elven Jesters because they used to have a lot of play. Their mark didn't need vision, the Slayer mark, so you could use their vehicles to drop Slayer marks on things, and then things could jump out of the transports safely because the transports can't be seen, and then immediately use the Slayer mark, or then the actual vehicle could go in and use it next turn. Can't do that
Yeah,
anymore. Need if you want that Slayer mark or any other mark, you need to be in vision of something, which is a big change.
yeah, that's probably for the best.
It does make them all cheaper though. There's been a big discount for marks across the board, which is nice.
Yeah, it depends whether you kept it on certain units in your list. If you're already using it mainly on vehicles, it's not as bad. Uh,
Well, it'll all
Z
be
took it off.
vehicles across the board these days.
Yeah, it was not on multi-model unit. Well, I haven't seen it on any.
It's the only one I can see, and I don't know if it was ever considered a mark, but it's oh, all right, I'll satisfy you. So the unwieldy debuff is kind of our mark for high elves, but we've also got this one, piercing spotter, which I consider better, and this one is still in a multi-model unit. Weirdly, it's on the Dire
Okay.
Avengers equivalent, the Retributors.
Well, that's because it's not a. It's not. It's like it's the same as the precision spotter, right?
It's like Marker
It's a
Lights.
chance. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's only the ones that 100% will go off, I guess, have moved to vehicles. Sure.
Or in some cases, taken off vehicles. I'm not sold.
We'll get to Dow.
Ah,
All right.
no, it's all right.
Dangerous terrain debuff. So lots of feedback about dangerous terrain. Causes weird interaction with rules. How does the morale work? Also, it's just stupidly powerful to just make someone just lose 1/6 of their wounds every time you fire that off. And now it's changed. So now it only affects when they move, basically. So they count as being in dangerous range. So you can't just continually pummel someone with it. They have to actually have their action before it triggers, which is it's a big change. How much does it cost
Is
now?
standing does standing still in dangerous terrain still provoke the check?
Ooh, I don't think so. I think it's when you do a move action. Should we do
Do
a
a
check of the
quick rule
rules?
check. Quick check of the rules. You think I'd have it open?
Yeah, you think it would be professional.
No, probably not.
Okay,
I think
so if a model moves in or through dangerous terrain or is activated in it, it must make a dangerous terrain test. So if you make a hold action in dangerous terrain, you still take it.
okay.
But it just means, I guess, you only take one a turn max because it's only on your own activation.
Yeah,
Okay. So it's guaranteed going off if you chuck it on someone.
yeah. It's also morale checks occur at the end of turn, right? So they'd still get their full turn even if they got morale checked by it.
Let's check. At the end of an activation in which a unit takes
Yeah.
wounds that have half or
So yeah,
less. Interesting. So you could activate, shoot someone, then morale. Morale
yeah.
yourself, then shake. Interesting, interesting. It's definitely a big change. How much does it cost? What's the change here?
It being pushed back to that is. I don't think we had much, if any, interaction with this debuff.
Some of our team does. They have to fight a lot of chaos in the
Mm,
campaign. Um,
that's true. But yeah, seeing
35 points. I think it used to be around 60, or maybe.
it's also a one cost spell on Havoc.
Yeah. I'd still take this, 100%.
Yeah, it's seems like a really good ability. Just 1/6 wounds.
Okay. Not bad. Martial prowess. Okay, this is a big one. Have you seen? I've sort of talked to you a little bit about Dark Elves.
I can't recall which rule was martial prowess.
So this impacts you in terms of Human Inquisition, which is the same rule.
Oh, perfect. Oh, it's the same rule.
It's the same rule, but with Dark Elves, they only have a very limited amount of units that have this, whereas Human Inquisition, of course, is the whole army. But
Hmm.
yes, it's the same rule. So now it's instead of half your army, it's 1/3,
Ah.
which is a huge change. Now there was a point discount with this, kind of, because I've run my old Human Inquisition armies through the army list builder, and it seems like with all the upgrades and stuff being more expensive, they're still kind of the same cost. So it's not really a discount; it's just kind of a straight 1/3 now with your army that gets to activate instead of a half for the same cost. And
Yeah. Look, I think the answer to making Human Inquisition uh, more at parity with the balance of the game isn't to leave them with the really powerful ability, but just to make them good outside. Um, so I would be more upset about this, but as the only Human Inquisition player in existence, apparently, um, it's not the worst in the world, especially if that's the worst that you got.
with Dark Elves, they which also have it, they took an additional penalty because their heroes used to be able to have it, which meant that you could have, say, 2 or 3 dummy heroes to just activate and stack up activations of your martial prowess, so you could get 2 hits or 3 hits of the very very nasty court henchmen with their AP4 or just massive melee or whatever. So you could have all your court henchmen go on the first turn, no problem. And because they'd have backup martial prowess from the heroes, which is now gone. So that's a big change for them. And now it means that only 1/3 of your court henchmen can go every turn, which is a big change. So that strategy, I guess, which was deemed too oppressive, is now gone.
Yeah. Well, when you were describing it, when you were talking about what you'd found in Dark Elf Raiders, it didn't sound like it'd be too much fun to come up against.
Well, it's exactly what we were doing with Human Inquisition, where you stack up high activations and then use that to make your glass cannons activate from complete safety on the bottom of turn one. And it's we did it a few times, and it's very unfun to play against because there's not
Yeah.
much you can do. So I understand that going away. That's
It
fine.
was it was unfun for both players because either you won early and your opponent wasn't having fun, so you just kind of shrug, or you lose and that never feels good to just activate and then have nothing work. It
Yeah,
didn't
if
really feel like
you
there
get
was
dragged
a
into turn 2 and 3, then you kind of lose, which is kind of going to be very interesting with this change of 1/3 your army now, because now you're going to be dragged into turn 3.
yeah. Good luck, forehead. You have to build an army that actually survives.
Oh dear. So
Do it with do it with 3-man units, defense 5. Go on, be tanky.
So Shrouded's changed, so both melee and range Shrouded. So now there's a caveat that you can't bring someone below 6 inches range shooting and charging. So those 6 inch, by the way, extra value for those 6 inch guns on Tyranids, on the alien hives,
Oh yeah,
completely immune to shrouding, whereas before they couldn't even shoot.
and the iron shotguns
Just
for
dwarfs in
dwarves.
general, because that was the punishment for being slow. Is any
Yeah,
of those shrouding would just absolutely cripple you, but now you take less punishment than a fast unit because you
hell
only
yeah,
lose two
big up the
inches.
dwarf.
Yeah, and the robots, I guess.
Another classic dwarf win. That's all I'm saying.
Surprise attack. been changed. So now it only triggers when the unit's first activated, not when it's deployed. So you get a chance to, if you've got low activations, to go first and do something, or move a unit away, or ambush, or do something to try and stop the surprise attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Never really came up in our playgroup, did it? You were looking at
I
it
I
before.
so surprise attack is different from surprise piercing shot.
Yeah, no, it's not
Um,
piercing shot. This is the extra free out of action attack, isn't it?
yeah. I don't know who has this.
Uh,
Because I can think of surprise piercing shot, which is also changed in the rules. I don't think it's a good change, but it was also changed.
pretty sure an assassin's got it. One of
Oh yes,
the psychic
the
assassin or something, or an espionage. This one,
warfare
espionage
maybe
ministry assassin.
first time this is
So before this
yeah
was when it's placed, then do the surprise attack, which was weird. We
right
had to figure out whether a morale test would trigger. The answer was no, because it wasn't an activation. But it was
yeah
annoying to just drop a bunch of these down, and then out of even sequence, a unit just gets bombed.
yeah it didn't make a huge amount of sense, and having some of your units offensive capabilities, though a fraction of the offensive capabilities, be occurring before you even have to activate it is a bit unfair to the activation basis of the game.
And one that really hurts my heart, teleport.
Ah,
Teleport's been absolutely nuked. So before it was 6 inches on any advanced charge, so you could move 6, teleport 6, shoot. I'd love to do that on my high op for warp spiders. We had the lizard skinks, which were amazing for that. Now you only get that 6 inch on rush, which is like, oh man, rush. That happens
it's
maybe once every so often, but now it's pretty much
yeah
only going to be 3 inches, which is a huge change, massive, massive change.
yeah. I'll be honest though, the main interaction we've had with teleport has been taking it on units that we use to just absolutely whip their way across the board for a charge, or in the case of the geckos, for that pistol shot. So this is probably a good nerf.
It was extremely. It was one of my favorite rules. It was
Mm,
really strong on the table to have a whole bunch of guys with
it was,
teleport just moving
and
around wherever they want.
it still is, right? Because it being able to move that 18-inch in the objective-based game and cap an objective that you otherwise just couldn't have reached is always going to be a good ability, as well as 9-inch move and shoot is still good.
I'm gonna have to
Uh,
see. Do I still have to pay
15-inch
the same
charge.
amount for my warp spiders? I have to pay the same amount for my warp spiders, and I get half the movement. Let me sad. Da, 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 da. Where are they? Shifters. With the warp spinner, that feels about where they were. Okay. Well, they just got straight worse, so just have to deal with that. Sadly, your tanks can
Thank
feel a little more
goodness.
safe.
They're horrifying you.
All right. So army changes. Then let's go into it. So yeah, army wide rules, specialities, debuffs. So these are all on vehicles now, like we mentioned before. This is a big one. Fast and ambush plus scout. So this is part of where he's saying he wants to slow down the game. So I've talked about it before. There's a holy trinity of rules which immediately recognizes a good unit. If it has fast, scout, and strider, it should alarm bells should be ringing in your head that this is a gold star unit. That's now gone. It is very. I don't think there's any combination of fast and scout anymore in the game. You have to pick. You can have one of those. You can have fast or scout. So alien hives have lost this. The dwarves have lost this. There's a lot of units that had fast and scout before and don't have it, which is an interesting choice where you have to make that between do you want fast or scout. Now, I would always pick scout. I think still, Is there any situation where you'd be going fast? I'd be picking Scout still, even with the increased cost.
Yeah, the positioning's kind of for a lot of units. The positioning is more important. If you wanted to use the unit for, I'm trying to think of a fast scout unit that I wouldn't want to use both on.
You wouldn't. Oh, yeah. Not many.
And if you want to use both, then scout's the rule that you'd prefer because that's about positioning. It can get you into range earlier, but it can also allow you to counter deploy. Just generally a better rule in that sense. Fast, though, lets you react better over the course of the game, but does mean that you're probably deploying more because you're deploying your deployment zone regardless, and you have to do it in front of your opponent so they know where they are.
On a melee
It,
unit, I would consider fast, but not a ranged unit. On a ranged unit, I think Scout is just superior.
yeah. Yeah, because 16-inch charge is a lot more valuable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Than
You're getting that
than
extra 2 inches of movement because you're rushing or charging every turn, as opposed to the shooting unit, which will be just
if you compound
shooting.
that with the teleport changes and a lot of the mobility of units to get into combat, and that weird comparison point that we always talked about of a unit that has plus 2 inches is technically always faster than a normal unit, and
Yeah,
then a fast unit. Certain things could beat a fast unit in distance, so that let you set up for you have to charge me by staying a certain distance away, and you're messing with these like 1, 2, 3 inch differences in range. This as an adjustment is one that net still reduces the speed of the units, which ideally will make that less of a problem.
yeah. More people picking Scout over fast means more opportunity for those
Yeah,
other units to actually do stuff.
yeah. When you think about it, really, it's actually a range unit buff.
Well, let's talk about it in the context of your list. So you run uh, what's it called, Jackal Hounds every single game. Now you have to
Yeah.
make this choice. Are you picking Scout or are you picking Fast?
Well, that's the thing that they can't do the exact role that I use them for anymore, right? Because it used to be I'd put them somewhere out of line of sight, but in the middle of the board, and either they'd be if I was going first, I might even put them out in the open. At which point it'd just be I'm going to get a free charge with this unit, and then if it gets killed, it gets killed. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That was the fun of the unit, or counter scout fighting. Um, you can't do that first turn charge reliably anymore with them as a scout unless your opponent deploys on the line at the front of the deployment zone, because then you're restricted to you've got your 12-inch charge. You have to have your model exactly on the line and their model exactly on the line to get that exact 12-inch charge if you go scouting with the hounds. Which means, yeah, it's not a reliable charge from the open anymore. You actually have to play it the other way that I like to play it, which was deploy them scout somewhere hidden and then just leave them there. And my opponent has to think about them being there whenever they do any of their movement. Still viable with scout,
It's also a
not
counter
viable.
action. It's a counter Scout where
Yeah,
if your enemy's pulling shenanigans with scouting shotguns, you can go, cool, all right, Hounds will deal
yeah.
with that.
So I think I'll still use them for that, the counter scout action, at which point I don't really want fast. I don't think I'll ever really take fast unless no, I don't think I will ever really take fast. I suppose if I'm running a pure jackals list, then maybe they'd be following a transport, but of course, the jackals transport isn't fast anyway.
I think that you're only fast in the entire Jackals list.
They are, yes. And it's not even you don't even have it by default on. Well, you have it by
You
default,
have
but
to make a choice.
you have to make a choice. And I think Scout's still better.
I think Scout's still better too. And it's more expensive, and I think it's still better. Um, yeah, but at least it's an interesting choice now. You have to actually make. This is
Well,
especially impactful for Alien Hives. So, Alien
yeah.
Hives. Go ahead.
Oh, the not gene cells. The
Sorry, the not Gene Stealers. The
yeah, whatever they're called, the gene stills. Anyway, uh,
Soul Snatchers.
soul snatchers.
Soul
That's it.
Snatchers. This unit was
Yes,
horrifying
it was
because
a spooky unit.
it had the scout and the fast
I
and the
spot a typo. Adrenaline fuelids.
base. Um, yeah. So now they have to make the choice between fast and scout. Now these guys they can still get a first turn charge, but now you actually have to spend on it to get a rapid charge aura on a Snatcher Lord. But yeah,
Which is
they're just not a do it all unit anymore. Which is what I'm noticing. There's a whole bunch of do it all units that are being taken away, where it can just activate. It doesn't need any help whatsoever. I've lost that in HGF. I'm
which
seeing it
is
in other armies too.
I you know, prospectively at this point, of course, still speculating. That's a good sign for the lethality issue. If your
Yeah.
unit can't do everything, you either got to spend points to make it do everything, which, means you don't have as many other units, or you have to take the chance that you don't automatically do what you want to do, which is quite literally a drop in lethality.
All right. Now he's talking about general exploits here. He hasn't been specific, so I'm curious what spicy stuff have
What are
people
the
come up
general
with.
exploits?
I don't know. He talked about. I watched his YouTube presentation.
Oh, no, sorry. I do know what he's talking about here.
Okay, what is
So
it?
that sentence, if you've noticed that your heroes don't have access to certain rules anymore, they're likely removed to avoid exploits.
Yeah.
That's the precision spotters on the Dao commanders.
What exploits were they doing?
I don't know what the exploits could be, but if he does reference here that heroes losing certain units,
So
certain rules.
in the YouTube, he talked about the fact that there were upgrades that people were taking that were getting way too much value because they could get mounts and stuff. And my brain immediately went to Protection Feat, Saurian Veteran, riding a Tyrannosaur, which goes from tough 3 to tough 12, and it's the same 5 point protection feat, but it's still here. So,
Well, no, the cost of it is in the Tyrannosaur upgrade, surely.
don't think so.
That Tyrannosaur seems. Is it more expensive?
It looks the same to me.
It'd be
Maybe.
nice to just have a comparison numbers
God.
to see side by side.
Yeah, we're not that professional. It's
No,
alright.
we should have screenshotted every single unit and every single list.
But that's yeah, so that's what I went to. So I'm not quite I'm not quite sure what he's removed, but obviously something was happening. And more quality 6 defense sticks have gone. Good. Yay.
Yeah.
Get rid of it all. It's stupid.
Bodies on the board, silly chaff that can't be used for anything. Excellent.
I'm curious if he's ever going to go after cheap heroes on their own as a dummy activate. I don't know how he'd do it, but that's the next thing people are going to start spamming.
Yeah.
Just 25-point heroes, 20-point heroes.
Recruit's still quality 6 up though, don't worry. You still got dirt cheap recruits, 75-point 10-man unit. Yep.
Yeah, we got defense 5.
Yeah, basically tanks.
Yeah, look, don't touch my recruits. Alright, so yeah, all marks require line of sight. All the... Yeah, this is what I was talking about with the orcs and things. So he's added an extra caveat for the bonus version, the boosted version, to get 9 inches away, which is it's going to be interesting on the table. Courageous and derivatives now only work on morale tests from shooting and melee. Okay, yes, this is directly for HDF as well. So yeah, a +1 to morale doesn't work against spells and weird things that change what your units do. It's only against shooting and melee morale tests.
Sure. But what defines a morale test from shooting or melee? Because morale tests are done at the end of the round to units that take wounds. What if it takes wounds from shooting and spells?
Well, I'm going to define that as it's a shooting
Whichever one.
morale test. But what I'm thinking, there's spells that deliberately make you make a morale test, like immediately. I think it's Havoc Brothers Lost. Makes you move. I've seen it before.
Believe it.
Now,
But yeah, I mean, morale tests are from wounds taken during that combat. So, during that that activation. I suppose the way I instinctively read it is
God.
it's the one that first it's the wounds that would first trigger a morale check because all spells happen before shooting in combat and stuff. So if your 10-man unit gets knocked down to 5, so it would
Mm.
have to take a morale test. But it's done that at the spell stage. You're already going to take a morale check before you take the bullets, and therefore I would say that would be the case where it wouldn't count for morale.
It's going to be a Discord job, I think. We're going to get the
I
super
think
sleuths to get autistic about it.
yeah.
Crossing it. This is a big one. Crossing attack now deals wounds instead of hits. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. The crossing attack was. It made me angry every time I saw a unit with crossing attack because it was so garbage. Now I would actually think about taking it. I would actually
Yeah.
think like swooping hawks and things like that. I think there's the machine cults one as well.
Just just since everyone's, listening and heard you say that, just remember how much he hated Ravage uh and thought it was terrible, and now he's excited to be getting it on these units.
I don't have to get into melee with something for this to trigger.
That's true.
I
You
can
can just
swoop
fly
over
over and
something as a swooping hawk, ravage their butthole, and then go shoot something else and cause 2 morales.
yeah, I'm happy about it either way as well. I thought it was terrible before. I loved Ravage, and now more Ravage available. Excellent. I like it.
Yeah. More sixes, more good. And yeah, I love the idea of just moving over something and yeah, stuff happens. Causing wounds to 2 units is cool.
It
We've
is
done
as
the
well.
dangerous terrain. Feats now give a small bonus. I don't even know what this is. Is this characters? I think this is special characters.
Not making it counters. Oh, feats now. Oh no, feats as in sacred feat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have to
That's a good
apologize to
change.
all the Saurian players.
No,
So
I
everyone,
refuse.
everyone, Kieran took this from you. He
I
specifically
did.
begged this to be changed from 4 plus to
Oh
5
yeah,
plus. Blame him.
yeah.
He's done
All right,
this.
I'll take that. But please leave your hate mail in the form of recommending videos to everyone. So, um, yeah, no, look, it was needed, to be honest. It was too
I'm on record
literal.
saying it wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Saurian Bros.
Yeah. Look, all this being said, I just started printing my army for Saurians. So, and I'm completely fine with this as a change. A 5-up ignore a wound when you need it is still an excellent ability. This is still regen, but only on one turn, only on that one turn where you need it. It's still really good.
And can't be
It's
taken
just
away.
not, yeah, and it can't be taken away. And it's just not as twisted as it was, but it's not as broken as it was before. So I think it's fine. I think it's good. It's probably the biggest nerf to the Saurians from this change, and it's one that they probably needed. I don't know where the other feats are though.
No, I don't know that. It might be more of a fantasy thing. This
Yeah,
growth. This is like the alien hives one, right? Piercing growth.
yeah,
Have they
yeah.
made it even slower?
No, I don't. Not as I understand it. They've made it better. Oh,
Yeah, they have.
oh,
It takes till turn 4
oh,
before you get a +2 AP.
ew.
It's way slower. So yeah, he is right. So turn 2 and 3 you get a +1, +2 on turn 4, and then it has to still not shake. This is so bad. How much does it cost?
Is it? Hang on. Before, wasn't it?
It was
Did it get one on the first turn?
what? No, it was nothing on the first turn. Second turn it was +1. Third turn and fourth turn it was +2. Now it's turn 2 and 3 it's +1. Turn 4 it's +2. And it's the same cost.
Beginning of each round, it's on the table. No, it's not.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yes, it is.
up to
So
max
it's
of 4 markers
one,
and for every 2 markers.
two. Yeah, you're right. So it's +1 on round 2. Yeah.
And if you ambush, this never gets to +2.
Yeah.
It's trash. Oh my gosh.
But is it not taken away? It's
Isn't
only saying when it
shaken.
is. At the beginning of each round, it isn't shaken. Yeah, so before it lost all of the markers.
I guess.
How would that
Ah.
work on the rounds, though? 1, 2. Yeah.
So you automatically get 1 because it can't shake at the beginning of the round. So you're
But
guaranteed to have 1, and you need to have begin 1 round non-shaken, and then you get AP1. So at the beginning of turn 2, anything that's not shaken at that point will get AP1 for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Even if it becomes shaken from that point.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's different than what it was before.
Yeah.
I had a very
I,
bad initial reaction, but I don't really like it.
I think the wording's nice and bloated,
It
It's
makes
it's nice.
sense.
It
Now that I've
does.
fully read it, it makes sense.
I can see why it's been done. 100%. But it's a bit confusing.
This
It
makes
it did
it
kind
less
it did
necessary to.
replace the cat.
Yeah, this actually makes it less necessary to have a incredibly high morale unit using this. Because before you had to have a 2 up morale, don't even bother, because if you shake, then you lose everything. So now it's like if you shake, you lose that round's bonus and potentially your AP2, but at least you keep your AP1. That's better. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna have to play with this around, but it's intriguing.
Yeah, I can't pick it.
Hmm. This is. This is
It's not
outside.
a rule I was too excited about anyway, to be honest. It's
No.
it's also 25 points on the assault grunts.
Also, you're skipping out on fast, which is almost
Oh,
you're choosing between this and fast on assault grunts is
yeah, so
just.
it's not relevant on them. You got to look at at a unit where it might be relevant, like the infected crows.
I was actually thinking. I know this is outside of your purview, but Age of Fantasy, their dinky longbowmen, I think, have it, and they've got trash morale with like no way to fix it, and
Not piercing shooter.
piercing
Presumably.
growth. So they would benefit a lot from this.
So starting on round 2, assuming they haven't broken already, they get +1 hit.
Yeah, yeah, and it doesn't go away. They just keep it, which is nice.
Does seem pretty nice.
Okay.
I'm not sure how that fits into the balance of that particular game. I'm looking at Crazed Ravens.
For Dark Elves?
No, Infected Colonies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's the plus to hit because it's precision growth as well, not piercing. So it's 10
And they've got
points.
garbage quality as well.
Yeah, they're quality 5, defense 5.
10 points is nice.
It's 100 points, 9 wounds.
I'd
But
click
it's up.
this.
I mean, it's
10 points.
yeah,
To get him to quality 4 on turn 2 and then quality 3 potentially on turn 4.
yeah.
It's fine. Alright. Okay. Okay.
It's a change. I don't know if it's a good one. They're not units that I've really been interested in, though.
Infiltrate now deploys up to 3 inches away from enemies. This is good.
Yeah, back up, man. Back up.
Well, I mean, the robots guy has been using his flesh terrors to actually literally surround my units, which is super annoying because I can't activate and shoot anything else. I have to either shoot the flesh terrors or just not activate them and wait for them to get fought, which is kind of annoying. So now 3 inches away, I don't think you'll be able to do that.
There's a bigger difference that this makes as well, right? that's more widely applicable. All the 9-inch rules interact way better with this. Because now units will be able to move 6 inches away from an infiltrate unit and be outside of 9.
Yeah, okay.
So, for example, people infiltrating against Dao, as the Dao player, I can move back and still get targeting visor, which is a huge swing in value for the Dao player, which is good for the Dao player, maybe not for the person infiltrating up to them. It's kind of a weird nerf for dwarves, though. If you infiltrate with your
The
slow unit,
miners.
it's pretty funny.
Yeah, you can move
that you're
away and they can't catch you.
it's just walk away at normal speed.
You could move away, shoot, and they still can't catch you.
Yeah.
That's funny. Dwarf
Which,
moment.
yeah, look, it's not really how I played dwarves. It's probably how most people played dwarves that I've when I've seen what other people do. So maybe that is a good nerf. I don't know. I think it's a fine rules change. I don't think it hurts the wrong things as I can think of.
Got martial prowess, which we talked about before with the Dark Elves and the Human Inquisition. You can only get 1/3 of the units to activate twice now. Nimble and derivatives now place model within D3 inches. This really hurts. Do you know what this is referring to?
No.
This is my Jester's bounce. So instead of being 3 inches anymore, now it's D3, which is just awful. So
Oh.
So before, when I activate, I would move 3 inches, the whole unit would move 3, and then they'd do their normal activation. Now it's D3. That is so much harder to plan around.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the bounce problem.
yeah. That's why bounce is so much more awful than fast.
Yeah.
Alright. So be it. And this is Space Wolves and stuff as well. Any of those units that have this. Now move to D3. Sorry, boys. That's is what it is.
Um
And then all the marker lights and tags and stuff. We've now got 30, 24, and 18. Sure. Was that a decrease in your marker light range? 30?
Got a 30-inch, so no. Tag is, I think, shorter because I think it used to be 36.
Yeah,
But it's
target.
probably cheaper for the tag.
18, yeah.
That being said, the tag, the amount of tokens you got for tags seems
Went down
to
to
drop,
1. Yeah.
which is very, very sad for Jackals.
And I don't think it's on your heroes anymore.
Oh, that'd be even better, wouldn't it?
I'm pretty sure it got knocked off your heroes, which is a
Maybe that's the
big
exploit.
change.
Being able to hit on a 2-up in melee with your Jackals.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
So you don't get... You could get it best...
Stalkers? Yep. Okay, so you can't have
You
2
can
ups
have it on the
against Jackals?
Nomads. You could get 2 on the Nomads. That's it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Elites. But you can't have
Yeah.
the 3 like you used to have with the
Yeah.
Elite Vet or something sitting in there, and then just everyone just swings in on 2s.
So we never got to talk about the one fun way to play Jackals, which was chain it with
Spoiler alert.
2-up hit AP4. Well, there's no spoiler because
You know.
that's not how the rule works anymore. Yeah, you used to get 2-up charge out of a vehicle with your AP4 2-attack melee dudes.
With AP,
but only
yeah.
one turn. Only one turn. Now
Yeah, but whatever you swing into is just dead. Used to be dead.
Yeah. Well, it's a 3-up now, so can still have a chance at killing. I think Jackals need more than a chance.
Is it trackers? What was the nasty unit? Stalkers.
Oh, Stalker. Yeah.
Stalkers
So
can't do it anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They used to have to get it from the leader. So if the leader can't take it, then they can't do it.
It has to be pre-put on by either Nomads or Elites, which is kind of a theme. Units have to work together now. Sad.
Yeah. Oh man, I've got to have synergies. I just can't just have
Blind
one unit
arms.
do it all.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe I'm not ultra killy just by this unit by itself. Ah.
Alright, Retaliate is X hits per wound taken.
Yep.
Okay. Shrouded, talk about Shrouded. Slayer. Oh man, Slayer. Again, so sad for Elven Jesters with their Slayer, with this change. But yeah, so when only works when charging now, so you can't use Slayer defensively.
That's sad.
And when shooting over 9 inches away, you need at least 9 inches for Slayer to trigger, otherwise you don't get it. So that combat walker that you moved your 10-man Slayer Death Star towards to go handle, if he charges you first,
Mm.
then you're in a huge dilemma because you don't get your Slayer against him if you fight in the phase where he charged you, and now you got to make a morale test and you might fail before you get
Oof.
to swing back into him, which is just brutal. That's a huge change.
This is just another Elgi scheme.
The
Trying to keep the dwarves down.
dwarf slayers. Yeah, now the Triceratops and stuff is going to charge you. Oh
Sick.
man.
Um, yeah. The shooting one's interesting. I was trying to think of how that affects Dao.
I'm
The
just going to
only
hug
real
your units. I'm going to be within 2 inches.
well, it turns out their weakness is still their weakness. It's just
Yeah.
still their weak. Um, it's yeah, it's a kind of nerf to shotgun range slayer, but most
That
people
wasn't
ran
really a thing.
most people run Pathfinder spam, so I don't think that's going to change much.
No.
Not me though. That's cringe.
Spell conduits now changed, so now
Good.
the unit can't be shaken, which is sad. I was shilling that so hard because I was enjoying it, but yeah,
Yeah,
now
I it's happened I think twice to me, which doesn't seem like a lot, but there's not that many spell conduits, and people don't always take them. It's happened twice to me where I've shaken the unit, and then they've still
doesn't
been able
mean
to get
anything.
it off.
Get magic,
Yeah,
nerd.
yeah, which is quite frustrating. So I'm kind of happy with this.
It's a
It
little
was
bit of
already
counterplay.
conduits were already awesome,
I think they're
and
good. Yeah,
I
I
don't
think they're
think they're
underplayed. I think people
I
haven't
don't think
recognized
they're
them yet.
yeah. Well, only the people,
Just
only our
Tano.
glorious
God damn it,
Only our
Tano.
glorious subscribers, such as, of course, Tano, our biggest fan, of course. Um, yeah.
Uh, surprise attack. Yep, talked about that one. Surprise piercing shot. Okay, only gives +1.
Oh,
Really sad.
yeah.
Oh
It's
man.
not a good rule, really, in our experience,
Did you
anyway.
get a discount for
It is,
your snipers? You had snipers, right, that had this?
yeah. The trackers, yeah.
Are they any cheaper?
I they
Doesn't look
doesn't look like.
significantly cheaper.
I think the unit is more expensive, but that may just be because Shatter got significantly better. Yeah, the unit's more expensive. Um, I think all
Man.
snipers came around to about 125.
Well, the robots had a bunch of them too. They had a bunch of surprise piercing shot.
Yeah, on the death marks.
Well, the
Oh,
death
they're
marks
not.
and the pistolier.
Oh, true.
The pistolier had it, and oh, he's lost it. Oh no, he already had it. Okay, he gets +1.
It's +1.
Get your
It also
35-point indirect mark.
used to also be a flat 2 up to hit on piercing shots as well, wasn't it? Oh, I guess it was always
No, it
on.
was just AP2. But with the snipers, they had the.
They had reliable anyway.
This looks the same. Looks like the same points to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So it's interesting. The change to scratch on jackals has obviously been the points increase
hmm.
because they were 125 as well. Or maybe there were more. Anyway, it's a bit sad. I don't think it was a particularly powerful ability. You had to take like the sniper unit
It was still
specifically.
circumstantial for me. Didn't see it that
Yeah,
often. And like, I don't need any more excuses to shoot snipers. I'll shoot snipers whenever you offer them to me. So
yeah. I if you're ambushing the snipers, you're not sniping on turn 1, which is 1/4 of the turns that they're effective on. Well, actually, it's probably 50% of the turns they're effective on, in my experience. But I guess it's if there's a general decrease in lethality, ambush snipers would be stronger because that turn 1 wouldn't be as essential to flip the game as it is or has been currently. So I could see it But that would still be a preemptive nerf. I don't know where this came from, but it's a change.
Hmm.
Change.
Versatile attack now only works same as Slayer when shooting or charging enemies 9 inches away. Can't be used defensively. This is a big change for the Marines
It
because
is.
a bunch of their veterans are all about versatile attack, and you don't get that when you get charged now, which is a big change.
No, you do not.
So now a lot of these melee units where you just stack up like heavy chainswords, for example, and before, if someone charged you, you could decide, do I want to hit on 2s with AP1 or I could hit on 3s with AP2? So you kind of got that versatility against big heavy armored stuff, or?
No, that's not the change. Versatile attack only worked on charging not being charged before. The change is the distance.
Wasn't versatile attack whenever you
No,
attack?
versatile attack started when you activated and lasted to the end of that activation. So
Uh,
it didn't last to your opponent's activations. I found this out. I think one of the games we played where we tried it out, I misplayed it for that
oh,
reason.
okay.
Um, so maybe that's probably helped your confusion. But yeah, versatile attack. The actual change is the 9 inch difference, which does make a
Right.
difference, significantly so. It's Yeah, a lot of the shorter range options that you have that you'd use with versatile attack, which you do want to use with the veterans.
Pistols.
Uh, yeah, the pistols, the combi melters on the shooty veterans, um, as well as just the fusion mods. That's what they're called. All these are fairly close range, so if you get the opportunity to use them, you may have some gear with the 9 inches. But that's what I've had to put up with targeting visor. So suck it up, princess. The charge one though is really frustrating. If your
Yeah, you
opponent
don't
just
get the choice of that.
your opponent gets to decide whether or not you'll get to use versatile attack by just walking closer to you.
Or just charging you
Possi-
and you're counter charged now, just automatically doesn't get it.
well, it already didn't, but
No, I mean after, if you hold your attack, you don't want to
oh
fight back. You want to fight back at full power, then it doesn't matter anymore.
oh yes, yep.
Quick
All right.
shot now allows. Oh, that's in regiments. Alright, point costs. Yeah, toughness scaling. Cost of auras now change the unit size. 6 on effect. Yep. Increased cost in ambush.
Fixed cost of unstoppable.
I didn't notice a difference. Did you?
No,
I looked at all my unstoppable and it didn't look that different.
no, it did not mind either. In terms of fixed, maybe there were some issues with how it does say fixed rather than change, so that makes me
Yeah.
think some units were having
Maybe there were
calculation
some
problems.
combinations that were weird.
Yeah.
My
Uh,
support vehicle.
Unstoppable on the suits is still costed the same, I know.
It's about where it was. Yeah, I can't see much difference. Unstoppable still goated.
Cost of transport/spawn on aircraft. Have you noticed your aircraft have gone up?
No, not significantly.
Oh,
285.
that's a shame.
Yeah, you're gonna have to still suffer that.
Yeah.
Evasive is more expensive. I have noticed this. On tough units, evasive is very expensive. The Jester's vehicles went up big time.
I did see. It's hard to tell because all of the tough units.
Oh my god, have you seen this? Ambush
Ambush.
redeployment? Do you remember how much it cost before?
It was something cheap, wasn't
It
it?
was
Like
literally like
5.
5 points. And now 35.
Ah, good.
It's my 2,000 point list off this alone went up like 160 to 180 points. It's
Yeah,
so brutal.
good.
No, it's not good.
Use the other units in the list.
What other units? There's like 6.
Yeah. Stop ambush redeploying me.
Never.
Yeah.
Alright, so increased cost of ambush, which shocked me because I don't know about you, but to me, ambush is like the red-headed stepchild when Scout
Of
exists.
Scout, yeah,
Scout
but
just bullies Scout. Scout bullies ambush. So the fact that ambush went up was shocking to me. But what do you think?
Well, maybe it's to do with that hypermobility change. So with the
removal of fast and Scout, you have less units that can be in your opponent's pants right from the get go. Maybe the prediction is that ambush would have been buffed, and so this is a sort of preemptive change. I don't think there are some ambush units that are quite strong,
I like
but
the Dark Angel ones.
oh, the turn one
Turn one
ambush, yeah, of course,
Terminators just deploying
of
into your
course,
booty.
turn one ambush was good, but
Rapid ambush.
I suppose units like veteran assault brothers that you could just pay for cheaply, and then they were really great from ambush. Being a bit more expensive might be a positive change. I'm not sure.
Targeted human defense force nerf here. Increased cost of coordinate.
Good.
Increased cost of coordinate. So
I'm not salty. If I sound salty, it's a lie.
you might win a game soon.
It might happen.
So yeah, 65 points for coordinate. I was actually considering stacking a whole army around coordinate now. Uh, I don't know if I can I don't know if
Before
I
now.
can justify that for 65 points.
Yeah, it's things that mess with activations are always good, like strong. That's why we consider Inquisition's rule and the Dark Elf rule to be quite good. This was kind of just a microcosm of that, and it was too cheap, I think.
Interestingly, he added it to the tank company banner. I'll get to it later, but the tank company banner
That
lost his +1 to
that
hit and
pro-
he gained coordinate. Uh, hmm.
double activation, I think.
It's okay. Yeah, I'll get to it when we talk about HGF. But yeah, I have
Well, I
thoughts.
tank good. That's a different question.
Yeah. Increased cost of counter. Sure.
I I don't. I
I don't think it was
eh.
necessary. I think counter was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it was cool. And well, it probably still is, but it, the units that had counter that I saw were always like one attack spears, so they're already
These are bigger in regiments.
okay.
So in regiments, cavalry is semi-dangerous, but if it walks into a block of spears, they counter all their impacts. They don't get them anymore, and they also go first, which means
Right.
that they just wreck cavalry. So the fact that counter is increased in costs, those cheap blocks are, I don't know how big of a change it is in terms of the cost, but that's going to be impactful because I love. It's actually a game where I love just big blocks of spears, just walking around, just spamming them, which feels great. But
Mm,
hmm,
mm. Pike and shot.
yeah,
Yeah, look, in that context, I 100% understand why there may be an adjustment there. If we've got to remember especially the points and special rules, we're not actually looking in a vacuum.
yeah, they're shared across all these games. Well, Grim Future, Age of Fantasy, and a little bit of Regiments.
Yeah, so I guess that does make it kind of hard.
Okay.
Increased stuff hazardous, well deserved. Cry about it, rat players.
Like,
No, I
have you actually looked? So I saw that, and I was like, oh
and
no, my boys. And then I went and looked at the army list, and I was like, oh, how bad is it? And it's not that bad. Like a 2-shot plasburst rifle for 15 points, that's fine. And my snipers are still 120 points for 3 reliable
Jeez.
AP4s. Like whatever the nerf was, it's not it's not that terrible. It's maybe slight, maybe 5 points or something.
Oh,
What was a real nerf? I will talk about it, I guess. But the reinforcement went up, so
whoa.
it was 40 or 50% before. I think it was 50%. Now it's like 60-ish percent, 65, 70 of whatever the base is.
Stacking
So
up quick.
it's a big increase. So you have to really think about that now. But it was such a strong rule. So I understand why that happened. Because I did,
Yeah.
I did really, really annoy some people with that rule. So I understand.
Yeah, look, I say sucks to be you, rat players, but I feel like rat players are probably going to be fairly resilient to something like this because they're rat players and they're just happy to put
Hazardous
cheaper
is
or
still
random board.
goated. Like
Yeah,
would you pay 15 points for this hazardous plasma rifle? I would.
2-shot 24-inch
Give me
plasma
more.
rifle.
Give me 4.
Yeah.
I'll yeah.
Well,
Still stack
yeah,
as much hazardous as you can everywhere.
yeah, it's probably still good. In the scheme of things, I mean, what are you going to do? Not take it and have the unit just have what 12-inch pistols instead?
Well, it's just the strongest rule for just having a do-it-all army, which has like lots of shots, but also you got these high-quality AP4 shots, and you take some damage. Okay, sure, whatever. I just deleted your Terminator Captain.
Mm.
How about those apples?
It'd be worse if it was like traditional gets hot and that specific model died.
If that happened, then it would be terrible. But the fact that you can spread it around to your little dunce cap guys holding rifles or pistols, then it's perfect. Who cares?
Yeah.
Except for the snipers, but you just got to roll with snipers.
Yeah.
Fast. Fast has gone up. Flying's gone up.
I
Scout's
didn't
gone
see
up.
flying being that particularly.
A lot of these are very slight. Scout
Mhm.
is a noticeable increase. I've seen Scout. Some of my Scout stuff has gone up, especially my veterans and things. They're more expensive. Increased
More
cost of spell
expensive.
combat. Oh no.
More expensive spotters. I'm happy with.
Increased cost of Strider.
Shred derivatives going up. It's good. Just being honest, it's good.
Yeah, Shred is just stupidly good. Any iteration you can find of it.
Yeah.
Decreased cost of
Customer
AP scaling, decreased cost of blast and daily scaling, decreased cost of indirect. So this is where a lot of my tanks, I don't think they changed much because of this. This kind of offset the toughness scaling.
The higher AP stuff didn't increase in cost as much. Is that what I'm reading here?
Yeah, it's cheaper to go up the ladder.
Okay. Decreased cost of blast and deadly scaling. Is that moving like from deadly 3 to deadly 6 to
Yep.
etc.?
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably good because
Blast 12 is just garbo.
Yeah, so you don't want to take blast 12, you want to maximize on blast 3. So having there be the incentive of price is pretty good. Yeah. I'm looking at security grunts, 10 points for the plasma gun. I can't remember. I wish I had a perfect memory to remember all of the exact values there were before, but unfortunately I can't.
All right, let's go into the armies. So, should we start with Dao? By the way, Tanner, you forgot to put in Dao. Anyone who reads this thinks Dao is just fine. How is Dao doing?
Fine. No changes at all. We're all good. Don't look inside the tin.
Spoiler alert. They're big changes to Dao.
Yeah. That's what I mean in that when he talked about changes because of exploits.
We're Markalat.
Yeah.
We're Markalat on Heroes. We're Markalat on Security Grunts.
Oh, they never had it, but
we're Markalat.
So you can't get Markalites or precision spotters
Yeah.
on the heroes anymore. This means your
Huge change.
solo missile commander doesn't quite hit on 2s anymore.
Again, those units that do it all, taking it away.
Yeah.
Got to use units together.
You got to have synergy, like some kind of crazy person. So yeah, it's an interesting change. It does restrict you a fair bit on unit building. You can't also get stealth on the commanders either. You have to have them in a squad to give them access to stealth. Was that the only other rule? Yeah, they used to have precision spotter, gun drone, and the stealth drone. Before, the stealth drone on the leaders wasn't an aura; it was just on the leader, so you could run them solo. Now they just don't have access to it at all unless they're in a unit that gives the aura, which the drones and the units do. So
Does that mean they can't join a stealth suit squad now without losing stealth?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
not that I was doing that. I don't know if that was a particularly common thing to do anyway, but I guess you can't have range slayer stealth suits anymore. Very sad.
The
Range slayer
Battlesuit
got
Elite's yeah. So the range slayer got a little bit of a debuff, but he's probably gonna be running with crisis suits and stuff now.
yeah. I think without the +1 to hit, he's still fine on his own. 3 up to hit isn't as guaranteed beautiful as it was before, but it does make him better when he's in a unit, something that you wouldn't have otherwise done.
Are you going to be running more tactical grunts now that they're one of the few places you can nab a spotter drone?
I was thinking about that.
I've been shilling tactical grunts to you for a while.
Yeah, but the problem is 30-inch rifles just don't do it.
You don't have to have 30-inch rifle. You can have 2-inch, two attack 18 inches.
Yeah, then you're paying for 5 points less for a spotter squad.
With better
compared
armor.
to a squad. Yeah, with better armor. Yeah, and you don't need scout if you're having them with the. Putting a commander in an infantry squad feels wrong. Like a battle suit elite in a infantry squad just feels wrong. Look, long range weapons haven't been great this edition because of how much more powerful having twice as many shots are. When
With
you're
this new
playing Dao,
slow edition, maybe it's coming back.
yes, I do agree that I think I said earlier, I think it's a shadow buff to shooting armies. I think Dao probably going to see a bit of a shift away from the ultra short range. That being said, the most popular way to play them anyway was spotter squads with the carbines, and carbines also have access on the spotter squads to the extra 6-inch shooting range. So I think not going to be too much of a change in the way people play it, but I would hope to see potentially 24-inch, 30-inch guns getting more play and being more viable. I hope that's a change that is occurring from this. I'm not expecting it to be.
Did
So
did
precision spotters.
tacticals?
What about it?
Did they ever have access to the melee shrouding aura, or was that security grunts
No.
only?
It's security grunts and I think also pathfinders, spotters. Sorry.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, melee shrouding.
Are you going to take the hover attack bike with the?
With the
I don't know
double
if this is a
piercing
bug
shoot?
yet. It might be. This might be a meme that you can just have do
I-
piercing shoot marking on it.
No, well, it's obviously a bug, right? Because the way that would usually be put into the system is
Choose 2.
as choose up to 2, right? So I think I already posted about that in the issues. Yeah, I did.
But this is one of the 2 places you can get your mark now, apart
Yeah,
from the heavy stealth suit, which is
that's
obviously
how I
so
found it.
superior.
Yeah, so Spotter Squad was a utility squad, and having the piercing shooting mark on it made sense. It's not on there anymore. That's a bit of a shame. It's also not on the transports. That's another bit of a shame. I dug through the whole list. Only the heavy stealth suit and the hover attack bike. Look,
Tano, I think melee shrouding for 5 points on a transport is a little bit cheap. I'm just going to say it. I think we can up this. If coordinates going up to 65 or whatever it is, I think melee shrouding go up to 15.
no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
it.
Look, yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
All right. But yeah,
I think there's a price increase anyway on the transports. Yes, 220. So all of the vehicles across the board here got jacked up a bit in price. Their heavy suits, you could see it quite significantly as well. The Tide Titan as well.
yeah, the Titan went up quite a bit. He was 400 something, right? Before 450 or something.
Yes, he was quite cheap, to be honest.
He went up.
20 points for evasive is not too bad.
Yeah, but
given
you lose a
lose
plasma sword.
after
That's
attack.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it used to be a 5-point upgrade to swap to the sword, so
I'd never click this.
it would.
I'm gonna
I'd
keep
say
the
it's
sword.
technically cheaper, but it's not because you're paying more anyway. Um, yeah, look, vehicles getting more expensive is a bit sad. You don't really want to see them spammed in low point value games. We've had a few 1K games where people brought tanks, and it's not as fun
A
looking
scout,
new.
ambush, and fast nerf across the board is a buff to Dao. Because
Yeah,
all of those things are what you use to counter Dao. So the fact that they're either more expensive or can't be combined effectively means Dao gets more opportunities to stay outside of 9 and shoot you to oblivion.
yeah. Which, to be honest, Dao should be less lethal but more resilient to make the game more
Fun.
fun. Yeah, to be honest, because it's an objective game. Getting into the middle of the board is the goal. When your method of playing is stay as far away from your opponent as possible with only 4 turns, you kind of don't get much of a chance to do that. So having it be hyper lethal as the answer didn't really work out too well.
Let's have a look at my boys, the Human Defense Force. So they got a patch notes. Oops.
Yeah.
And
look, you're lucky. Get a patch notes.
I get patch notes. I exist. So my tank commanders, what? This is probably my fault. I did say that it was kind of pointless to have a tank company leader that was exactly identical to a battle tank, and then the tank company leader just gets the option of a +1 to hit, so it just completely is superfluous to have a battle tank at that point. So here we go. Now it's tough 15, and it gets a pintle machine gun based. Okay. So now it's a choice. Tough 15 is a very weird profile. A lot of the tough 6 and stuff, math in terms of when you do morale checks and stuff, gets a bit weird at tough 15, which is interesting, but you do have to pay 420 blaze it minimum as opposed to the 335 for a battle tank. That's a big difference.
Does cook the price a fair bit, doesn't it?
You can run coordinate too, which we talked about a bit before. I'm interested in this. I'm curious how it would run, but he starts to get so expensive at that point. If you want to give him proper guns.
Yeah.
And he needs stealth. He's 635 points. He needs Strata as well.
Okay.
665 points.
Look how many guns you've given him. Most people with their tank will have their main gun and like a shitty sponse on, not a
he needs
main cannon, a 2-shot melter.
He needs a hunter killer as well.
Yeah, okay. If you take off all of the excess you've just vomited onto this, it's not quite.
How much is the difference if I do the same setup with a normal tank? Is there any difference in scaling because of the toughness?
Can you down a pintle mounted?
No, you can't take it off.
No, I mean you can't put one on the battle tank.
No, you can't. So it's 105 points more for the tank company leader with the pintle mounted and the 3 extra toughness.
It is a cute idea, because the idea that the tank commander is obviously going to be using the gun on the hatch. So,
well, it's going to come into effect next edition. So Tano's flagged that next edition, there's going to be changes with the way tanks interact in melee, where impact is not really going to be a thing. They're actually going to fight, and they fight with things like this, pintle machine guns. So I guess that's the first step towards that.
Yeah, it's an interesting change. As much as I liked impact because the idea of ramming with a vehicle, but I am interested to see what he does with it.
Well, this is a big change to tank company leaders, because tank company leaders will auto take. If you were taking a tank, you took a tank company leader and you gave him +1 to hit. There was no actual choices involved. Whatever tank company leader you took, you did that. So this is now there are choices to be made. So it's definitely worse. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is worse than it was. But the list as a whole is probably more interesting. So yeah, that's okay.
I think the coordinate double tank activation, while more expensive, is something you can do before, but it's pretty scary. Here, just picturing the tank battle of you getting to do 2 activations does spook
How
me.
I'm going to do this is I'm going to probably use this to bring a screen of recruits around with him. So 20 recruits just are around him, and he coordinates the recruit. He fires all his shots, and then the recruits reform the screen around
Oof.
him so that you can't charge him for free or just get easy shots or whatever on him. But
Why is the default line of sight not toughness based?
so the other one, the other change, man, this one hurts, and one of them's not documented. So it says veteran style upgrades now limited to 1 unit. Yes, that's true. Veterans, you get one of these, which is brutal. So now you can't get scout and heavy armor, or scout and stealth, or demo charge and scout. You can't do that. You got to pick one. Oh, which sucks. But that also means the company leader can't do it. So the company leader also only gets one, and there's an additional change where the repel ambushes has been moved to one of these as well. Whereas before this was on its own, you could pick this as a bonus towards anything else. So he's way less versatile now. The company
So
leader.
you can't scout repel ambushes this way.
No, you can't do any of this stuff in repel ambushes. It's repel ambushes or nothing. It's
Interesting.
oh, and man, there's a lot less flexibility for the veterans. They were my strongest unit, probably. Apart from the Light Walker, of course, because the thing's ridiculous. Oh, by the way, Tan, it's not ridiculous. It's awesome. It's perfectly balanced. Don't touch it.
Has it changed? Because it used to. Oh no, it wasn't fast, was it? It was just scout.
It went down.
Oh, don't tell me that.
So I mean, it's probably the same, but the Relentless Mark went down 20 points.
Woof.
So now it can easily run Relentless Mark and do its thing still.
Oh, so it can still Relentless itself.
And it was always the thing you put Relentless Mark on anyway. It was the best user of it. So the fact that it's been limited to this and I think the armored truck, that's fine.
That's a horrifying unit.
It's right middle of the road, I reckon. I think it doesn't need to be touched. It doesn't need to be.
Yeah, he's talking out of his ass.
But yeah, the veteran change that hurts bigly.
Yeah,
that's going to really change the way I use them. But that's okay.
Shame.
Everyone's taken hits. This is interesting. Armored truck it comes default with 11. It used to only have an option of 6. Now it's got 11, and you can downgrade to 6 and get more guns. Okay.
Yeah. So how does it differ from the light APC? It's just got less gun base. It's more.
It's got the mark. It's got scout. The light APC has the extended radio buff.
Has to pay for Strider.
And it's got stealth. It has to pay for Strider. It's got the Hunter Killer. And it's got Flamers.
Okay. So Armored Truck is a cheaper transport that can scout, potentially.
Correct.
Does it lose fast when it scouts? No, it doesn't.
No.
Ah, Tanner, you missed one.
No, was it? Cut.
Scout transport? Are you kidding me?
Tanner, please leave this.
Yeah, okay.
HDF doesn't need any more hits.
Yeah, okay. 195 point. Look, it's only a 195 point upgrade to have your units.
HDF players, this thing is incredible. It's really good.
Oh.
Use it. Put nasty things in it.
Take the guns. Just
don't use the guns at all. It's not useful for that. It's useful for putting horrible things in and then deploying them in enemy's face. And yeah, the Hellhound got all kinds of weird extra weapons. I don't know if I'd use them. Heavy laser cannon? Battle cannon?
Yeah.
It's got a Gatling gun base now. 6 attacks, nothing.
If you swap out to the heavy laser cannon, that's 275 points.
Yeah. But it needs Strider.
Sure.
So 290.
But that's kind of cheap for a Deadly 6.
Probably want a heavy fusion.
A tank with a Deadly 6 weapon.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't mind heavy attack vehicles. Just attack vehicles, I guess.
But
they're fine.
You use them for the spookier.
I like the fusion cannon. Give me the AP4. 24 inches is more than enough for me. Deadly 6. Let's go.
Fusion rifle with
And just
290
Strider.
points for two melters.
And a Hunter
on a
Killer.
36.
That's enough. But yeah,
Spooky.
sure. If people want to run this, sure. Maybe there's some cool STLs out there for different ways to run it that will look interesting.
It's the range still just doesn't do it.
I'll talk about High Elves now. So High Elves, this is a big change, but it also had a knock-on effect. So I don't know who was asking for it, but the Dire Avengers Retributors got Fearless, which is great. Love that. But an additional effect on that is because the Elven Nobles can also be like aspect warriors, so they can take on the roles of that. They picked up Fearless, which means they can now run in Protectors without destroying their Fearless, and they can give them the buffs of Shred or Hit and Run or things like that, Resistance Auras. They can go in there and they don't lose the Fearless anymore, which is great. Awesome. Really cool. And it's not mentioned at all. But yeah, that's a big change. And
there you go, more options.
More options. And a little buff to... Where are they? Revenants. So Revenants picked up Agile, which in combination with the Highborn means they're fast when charging.
They're actually fast.
They're actually fast. So now they don't get bullied by fast units. They can actually charge just as hard, which is nice. Very usable. I know Nexus was complaining about that. Howling Banshees.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember Nexus. I showed this to Nexus, and he saw they couldn't go fast, and he just immediately threw them in the trash bin. So he'd be happy.
Yeah.
Elven Jesters, talked a little bit about them. Sarians, yeah, they've gone down to 5+. All right, let's just go from the top. All right, Alien Hives. The Hive Protector now gives regeneration. So what this means is the Hive Lord can't run the defensive trait of +1 defense and regen. He has to just pick regen, and that's all he gets. And he doesn't get Furious or Rapture or anything like that. That's a big change. And I think it's more expensive.
Did he lose all access to +1 defense?
Yeah, it's gone. And look at how expensive Ambush Flying is now. 90 points. That's that toughness scaling kicking in.
That's a big change.
Super big change. So before, you used to be able to get the +1 defense, or shielded, I think it was. Regen separately. He had a cheaper Ambush Flying. Now, if he runs the full combo, he's about 580, which is where he was before, but before he had Caster 3 as well. Now he's giving up Caster 3 or Regen, and he costs slightly more.
Whoa.
So big change. The other one...
Assault Grunts losing fast.
They lost fast. You have to pick fast now, but then you don't get your other things, and it costs more to pick fast than what they were before.
Yeah, you still kind of have to, because you can't... Assault Grunts don't scout. They're not enough to buy a transport for, so you kind of need them to get there on their own. So yeah, it's kind of auto pick fast. You have to.
But now Shooter Grunts can get fast. That's a pretty big change.
That is a big change with their short range guns.
They're 6-inch guns with the 6-inch flamers. Fast is a big deal.
It is. It is.
So they're pretty much guaranteed to get a turn 2 shot, even if the opponent isn't welcoming moving into the board.
A bit cheeky. Yeah. It more importantly, it stops the whole your opponent can be at 13 inches issue. Your opponent can't be at 13. Your opponent can't be at 14. It pushes your opponent back wanting to be outside of your threat range, or puts them in your threat range. So that's good.
Mm-hmm. Adrenaline Fueled now gives fast instead of agile. That's the Grunt Veteran one, right? Yes. Okay. So he can run with the fast upgraded stuff. Regen is now only on Venom type units, so no regenning Carnifexes anymore. Big change.
Big change.
Big change. So now only the Toxico Rex gets it? think.
Yeah, he's got it built in.
But you can get it as a upgrade on Grunt Vets. There's a regen aura. So now you could have regenning assault grunts or shooter grunts or things like that before soul snatchers. I think snatcher can have it. Yeah, which is different. You couldn't get that before, so that's a pretty big change.
Okay, so you couldn't get regen on the big squads before?
No, there wasn't an upgrade for it.
That's still great. Actually, it does. It's a shadow buff to Rending and Bane, right?
Well, now I'm kind of interested in fast-moving, regenning shooter grunts. That's a fast-moving, a lot of shot brick.
Yeah.
Kind of seems interesting to me. So yeah, Alien Hives are some fairly big changes. Not a huge amount difference in terms of cost. It's just a lot of things can't be combined anymore. Tano seems to be piecing apart those combos. Scout, it's fast, things like that. Shredly, yeah. So Battle Brothers Commander now gives redeployment. Lieutenant now gives rapid rush.
I think they just swapped.
So did that move it away from the scout dude?
No, Lieutenant and Commander were the names of the aura upgrades.
Okay. 65 points now.
Yeah, redeployment's a powerful ability.
It is very powerful.
It's a very powerful ability. I think Lieutenant and Captain just swapped the name of the upgrade rather than being an actual mechanical change. Because they had Rapid Rush and the redeployment before. It was just on the opposite one.
Assault Brothers can now take dual energy cores, plasma rifles, and fusion rifles.
So that's the normal Assault Brothers. I don't think it's for the whole squad. It's just an
one
option.
dude.
I don't think it. People may have the models for it, and I think that may be the intent here. But I don't see much of a buff.
No, I don't think it's a buff. I think this is accommodating models.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a targeted buff at all.
I mean, in the tabletop, you could have in the tabletop in 40k, you could have a flamer or a melter in your assault squad, so it would make sense to have them as an option here. And it's definitely not squat marine reskin.
Pathfinder bikes copped a nerf. You can have fast or scout.
Yeah.
Scout
now
plus Strider.
All the people who play Pathfinder bikes are going to be very sad.
So the only way you can even get Strider is if you get rid of fast. Just go Scout Strider. Everyone goes Scout Strider. I think those are better rules than fast for these guys.
It's not. I don't think it's a great unit.
No. They seem expensive too. 220. Oh well. Unstoppable Shooting Mark. Unstoppable Shooting Mark was replaced with Unstoppable Mark, so that means it's usable in melee.
Yeah, which doesn't help you with the range aspect that Unstoppable really helped with, but all negative modifiers means
it does. Any penalty to your fortified or anything like that just gets rid of that.
Yeah, it gets
Evasive,
rid of those.
Gets rid of that.
Yes, yeah. I was just saying it doesn't. The main factor to me of Unstoppable is aircraft. And obviously that doesn't help with melee, but yes, it is just a straight bonus.
Dark Brothers got changed to giving a penalty instead of a bonus, so you can't have ridiculously ranged flamers. Sure. And you get Vanguard instead of Scout. Okay.
What is Vanguard?
Well, let's go look at it.
I read that in the notes, but I hadn't checked yet. What does Vanguard do?
It is the Brother Bikers.
There we go.
It's a crappier Scout. Oh.
After small is deployed, it may be placed anywhere fully within 9 inches.
It's not in a scout thing. You have to deploy it and then it moves, so you actually get to see it before the
So
scouts happen.
it's a less distance scout, and it doesn't happen after deployment's
So you
finished.
can't counter deploy with people. That's so much worse.
True, but it is cheaper.
Is it though? 20 points?
I mean, hard to compare directly unless you have two units that the same unit that has Vanguard and Scout. But there's no world in which I would expect that to be more expensive than
No,
Scout.
it wouldn't. But that's a huge loss to not be able to use it to counter deploy after seeing the opponent's deployment, or null deploy even with every scanning your entire enemy army.
Hang on. Maybe on a different army, Dark Brothers get to ambush turn 1, so they don't get to complain.
Sure.
They get enough Scout and or pretend not Scout with the ambush, so I think they'll be fine.
So Blessed Sisters, their procession altar got scaled back because it was breaking balance value. Sure. Custodian Envoy banner now gives dash. Tell me about dash.
Tell me about Custodian Envoy banner. What it used to do.
Dash. Once per round, at the end of this unit's activation, you may place all models with this unit anywhere fully within D3+1. So it's move, shoot, move? Or move, melee, move?
It's move, do anything. Move.
Yeah. Okay. That's a cool rule. I really like that.
What did it replace though?
I have no idea. No idea. Dark Elf Raiders. So heroes can't get the martial prowess. Yep. Hoverball Riders now get agile, so they're slightly faster. Pathfinder Beast Handler now gives Vanguard instead of Scout. That's a big nerf. And Dark Sails now give agile instead of speed boost, so it's instead of +4, it's +2. Okay. Again, slowing things down. Dwarfs. Power suit units now have infiltrate instead of ambush.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd been too slow to get to that third point in Dwarf Guilds. That's the real change.
Bikers and sport bikers now have either fast or scout. Rip. Sorry, lads. But it's what it is. You can't be as cool as HGF and our fast and scout. We are the coolest.
Yeah, obviously not.
And assault drill doesn't have fast anymore.
Yeah,
oh, sad.
That's an Elgy scheme.
So you can't really deploy that thing on the board, or don't. It's less likely to deploy on the board anymore. You really want to ambush it.
There'll be no alliance with Cano while I'm hiking.
All right, goblins. They get a new Mega Walker. I think I had a look at this thing. It seemed kind of weird.
Okay, jokes aside about the mining drill, it deserved to lose fast. It didn't need it. It was already incredible.
Yeah. So 465, you get a quality 4 defense 2, fear 2, fearless, mischievous, tough 12. It's got an AP4 blast, heavy machine gun, an indirect, bleh, and a 2 attack deadly 3. What is this?
It's absolutely covered in guns, and then it has a really weirdly deadly melee weapon for a walker. It's a confused boy.
It's got a little bit of melee with indirect. Yuck.
Well, just remember, eventually, next edition, Gish units won't be punished.
Maybe. I think it needs to have the assault keyword. So like pistols and stuff. I don't think these blasts are going to have that.
Well, you could put assault could be on heavy machine gun.
Mortar.
Yeah, you wouldn't be on the mortar, would it? I mean, if it was on anyone's mortars, it would be on the goblin.
Goblin mortars.
Right?
Broken arrow, call it down on us.
Yeah, there's a lot of points for a very confused unit. I was trying to think of it like, is it a mobile? Is it a Gundam? Sorry, is it a mobile support platform? It's just like stand there shooting at a couple of different units.
It's these rangers that are killing it.
Yeah.
These were 18 inches, then it would be a lot cheaper and a lot more.
Presumably, you
usable.
want to sit somewhere and just do those. It is a double artillery gun for more than a double artillery gun cost, basically.
A single attack AP4 blast 3 hitting on 4s.
Yeah, well, you that's what I mean. If you look down the next unit in Goblin, you haven't versed Goblin Reclaimers yet, have you?
No.
The artillery gun basically has one of those guns as well.
The heavy smasher. Or the
No, sorry, they are
heavy
better.
bubble mortar.
The artillery
Well,
gun.
this one hits on... Oh, no, it hits on 4s because it's only quality
Yeah,
5.
but it's got hang on, trash goggles. Put on the trash goggles.
Ah, okay, so it hits on 3s.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. It's better. Yeah, I agree.
It's also artillery, so it hits even. Yeah, sorry,
It's very
you already said
defensive.
hit on threes. Yeah. Yeah,
Sure.
it's a cool unit to add, and it's probably got a cool model.
That's what I think. I think there's a cool model somewhere. Scout Bikers, Fast and Vanguard, or Agile plus Scout. Hold up. Agile plus Scout.
Slightly slower fast, or slightly worse scout.
I'd pick the slightly slower fast with Scout. But I thought he was getting rid of that. These can charge into a deployment. Agile plus Scout combo.
Just.
Not that you'd want to. I doubt these things are very shooty. I mean, melee. 70 points. Hold up. No, they're shooty, aren't they? Yeah, they're shooty. Okay. What a weird unit.
It is weird.
Defense 6, quality 5. You're just throwing trash at people.
It's it's basically just the same thing as the HTF bikers.
Well, at least ours have defense 5.
Well, yeah, but the entire Goblin army practically is defense 6, so that's
I mean, I'd kill for Scout on my bikes.
fair.
Alright. And piercing mark replaced with unpredictable shooter mark. That's a upgrade.
It is. It is. Being able to hit more with the goblins is nice. The fact that it may also just be the same as it was before is also nice.
Alright, Havoc Brothers. Lustbound gives plus 4 inch range, so they lost their movement shenanigans, which I imagine was problematic with some fast units. Now they just get more range when shooting and charging, sure. Mutated Brothers may now have either faster ambush or flying, no combos. Despoiler Walker weapons were tweaked. Is a Despoiler unique? No, it's not. Okay. Tough 18, regen, quality 3. This is the Crab Walker, isn't it?
No, that's you're thinking of the Spider Walker.
The Spider Walker, is it?
Walker. It's the big angry corn one, isn't it?
Oh, okay. The tracked one with the big axe.
Yeah, that's what I think. Wait, the wrong people to be asking about chaos, I think. Too loyal to the Empyrean.
Exactly, Imperium. Human Inquisition, Surveillance Ministry Assassin now has takedown shot instead of fortified. Have you seen this? He gets to do 2 assassin shots on 1 round.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. I still am a bit wary of the assassins, but I did think he should have 2 shots. So here it is. He's got 2 shots. 1 attack at quality 2 AP, 2 deadly, 3 takedown.
It's a much better option now. All of a sudden, it's 2 deadly shots.
So this says once per game when this model shoots, it may make 1 attack at quality 2. Does this mean I can send the heavy sniper rifle, and if it fails, send this?
When this shoots. So no, because that would be after it shoots if you swapped. Because the gun's resolution would be at the same time. So yeah, you'd have to declare both.
You reckon you'd have to declare both? Okay. Rabid Dogs, fast or scout for infected colonies. Rip Dogs.
Rip dogs across across the board.
Dogs across the board are taking L's. They're still strong, but yeah, hounds again, jackals. Fast or
Oh,
scout.
jackals.
I think scout is still the way to go, but losing fast
Yeah.
is going to hurt. And the hunter's mark going down to only 1 token, pretty big too.
Yeah, it'll make a difference to. I have to rethink the jackal strategy for our video. So can't even just put it out right away.
Machine Colt got a brand new spanking unit. Colt Gunners.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. I'm guessing it's going to be a Sapper unit. Colt Gunners. Yeah, Sapper unit.
No, they're tough 3.
It's not a Sapper unit. They do have Relentless, though. Whoa, what
They're
the?
blasts. And then they got
Or
deadly
deadlies.
3s. These are weapon teams.
Yeah.
They're weapon teams. They got Relentless though, which is good. I like weapon teams Relentless and quality 4. They got the Machine Fog to defend them a little bit. They can all get
They can
an
have
extra
versatile attack.
random pistol.
Yeah.
They just get an
I
extra
assume
attack.
that'll be to fit a model, right? They also get versatile attack.
Yeah.
So they get up to a +1 to hit. Or AP2 blast. Or AP4 deadly weapon. 3 AP4 deadly shots.
With
That's
quality 4 Relentless. This is pretty good. I don't mind. I hate my weapon teams. Quality 5, no Relentless, and Defense 5. But quality 4, Defense 4, Relentless is good. So, and yeah, the versatile attacks are
and
nice.
stealth.
And stealth, yeah. They're pretty good. I think these would be pretty useful. I'm curious. Can you put anything spicy in there? Teleporter.
Red wood shooting.
Mend to help them get some wounds off them. Rending when shooting's not big because I guess they got blast, but blasts.
Rending blast feels weird.
It's 65 points too. I think these are fine. Just take them. You've got some AP4 potential las cannons and some AP1 blast. Sure. Okay.
They have particularly machine cults. If you've watched our video, which if you haven't, you should go watch it. That's adding anti-tank to them, which is something they have a bit of a problem with very limited access to.
Well, we bemoaned the fact that their go-to anti-tank was the Dragoon Walkers with the... No, it wasn't the Dragoon Walkers. It was the Iron Walkers with the las cannons, and these are too unreliable with quality 4, no Relentless, no nothing, 2 shots.
Yeah.
And they're quite expensive. Piercing debuff got changed as well, right? Yeah, it's melee as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raider Cavalry may now either have fast or scout. Oh no.
But what about Destroy Cyborgs don't have slow?
And Relentless. So now they're...
Not having slow is nice.
Yeah, slow was pretty crippling, but I liked Relentless though too.
I did. It's,
Interesting.
I still don't like that unit.
Orc Marauders. Killer rocket pods. Have you seen their new rocket pods?
That's the ones you mentioned.
Yeah.
Then Chuck 9 and above.
Yeah.
Hey man, they're weak to Scout Sentinels, HTF, Lightwalkers.
Everyone is.
You know, another Lightwalker win.
This is horrifying. This is so horrifying. Get in here. The freaking veteran specialists. Ugh, these guys. 5 points.
Yeah, but the range.
So? The problem with Orcs always had is that their Deadly 3 that dealt with like the tough stuff was AP2.
What's Tear? Is it AP4?
It's AP4.
Yeah.
So they got melters now that are cheaper. And they have veteran specialists with ferocious boost. I guess they got the 9-inch caveat now. That's something at least. But oh man, these things just rip apart my tanks on the cheap. But oh well, my problem to deal with. Their overclocked engines are slightly slower now, and
Were
rending in
those
melee.
orcs 3-up quality?
Hmm.
Oh.
But they're bad shot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
They're bad shot.
forgot about bad shot.
But it's
Yeah, sorry.
5s and 6s explode. Ugh. So yeah, orcs looking pretty spooky with the killer rocket pods. A little bit slower, but that's fine.
Light rending mark is pretty fun. Now you can get shooting rending on your shooters.
Shooter boys put 40 shots into people. Carbines.
Oaks.
So you get your ferocious on 6s and you get rending on 6s. You just dance on someone's graves and roll 6s. Okay.
Yeah, play orc. Only roll high number. Wag.
Prime Brothers. So they lost a rule.
So they lost Battleborn, which is the normal, the 4-up
Get unshaken.
unround. Yeah,
Yeah. So now they don't get
they
double
get prime
dip on rules.
or
Apart from that,
reinforce with one.
pretty much the same. Ratman clans, we've got an extra the sniper shot. That's pretty cool. We get Vanguard instead of Scout. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, what? Pyro tanks have tough 9. Don't have fast anymore. Ah, oh, moment of silence. One of my favorite units in the game.
Mining tank, the drill tank.
Burrower tank. It's still good. I'm still going to take it. Always take this melee upgrade. 8 AP4 attacks. And just slam it into things. But
5 points. Damn.
yeah, get rid of the stupid machine guns you're not going to use. Get the 8
Yeah.
AP4, 8 AP4 attacks.
Go,
Hang
Fred.
on. It's gone down in impact, I think, as well. This used to be impact 6?
I can't remember, but I am looking at that current profile, and it's pretty dang good.
I'll still take it because it's iconic and you can
It's
put
also
cool stuff with it.
it's a good profile.
It's okay. The other one was so terrifying though.
Yeah, I remember.
Alright, Rebel Gorillas. Resistance now gives shielded. So this used to be it knocks an AP off and now it's just +1 defense?
It's a lot better.
That is crazy better.
Is that the one he gets on tanks though? Check what units. So if it's on his vehicles, no, click on the vehicle. No, he still gets fortified on the vehicles. Okay.
So what is
I think it's a aura,
Resistance Spirit? Is it a
Spirit.
hero aura?
Or it might be a flag.
It is. It's a hero aura. Okay. That's not okay. I thought they got shielded across the board. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's fine. Rebel Gorillas are struggling. They need some help. Maybe they get something
Making the
in their
Simians
mission.
a bit tankier is not the worst thing in the world.
Robot Legions. Robot Snakes can now upgrade to Shock Whips. Now, our Robot Legions player was super excited about this.
Oh, he was unbelievably excited. It does kind of mean the difference between what Destroyer Snakes and...
Well, Robot Snakes were just a never take because they were so overshadowed by Destroyer Snakes. But now you can...
Now it depends if you want Shred or Surge.
Yeah. And, I mean, you can get Scout on the Destroyer Snakes, but the difference is they both have very meaningful melee, and one's way cheaper, and it's got fast. So, yeah, pretty cool. I like that they've done that. Now it's an actual choice between these units, whereas Destroyer Snakes were just the choice. Again,
Yeah.
kind of like HGF, where they're giving choices now.
The Heavy Reaper Blade and the fact that that's the one that gets Shred is a nice combination, right? Because that means Shred is the one that's more anti-tank than Surge. So the fact that they're put together on the Destroyer Snake means, hey, here's a fully anti-tank unit, that also does some of its anti-tank by volume, so it can go after infantry as well. It's a good buff. It means the unit is very takeable now,
Mm.
and it is actually a choice. There
And
is a difference, despite how similar they are.
and we did find robot legions
No
in
path.
general have kind of dodged a lot of these nerfs that everyone's taking because they're just slow. So it seems like the concern was like scouting fast, ambushing units, stuff in your face, and like robots don't really do that. So they just kind of got to chill on their power level, which was already strong.
Yeah.
Although the stealth arrow went up. But Eternals went down.
Oh,
Why? Tanner, why? How long do I have to be punished by these things?
a 2-up 10-man squad
With
for
freaking
300 points with 2 attacks per model, surge, 18-inch.
and the
So
relentless
carbine.
aura is 10 points, so you can just
Ah.
slam a 10 points upgrade into the freaking 355 points for a relentless surge. Eternals unit. Anyway,
Yeah. I pay more. I pay more for less.
yep.
That's a yeah.
Saurians. So pterodactyls, riptrodactyls, and vulturedactyls don't have fast anymore. Ouch.
I don't I don't know that I see why.
I don't
I
see
don't think
why
that
either. No, I didn't. I didn't see these terrorizing anyone.
we always took the riptrodactyls for the precision target,
Yes,
which we
but that's
might not
been nerfed.
yeah,
So
it might not be worth taking anymore.
now it's down to one. So you need a double squad to get this to slam two into someone, or have two separate squads do it first, and then the squad goes. It's a big
Well,
difference.
it's really a nerf on the Gecko champions, because you remember how we ran them was the Gecko champions on Ripjaws with those markers.
Yep. Now he only gets one. It's half the value. Yeah, because before you could have a Gecko champion, and I was actually considering putting him in a Ripjaw with the Dionyscus Riders. Even though it's not a perfect combo, but it gives a 2 bonus to bring up to quality 3. Then they're actually pretty scary. But yeah, I wouldn't do that for 1.
Why quality 3?
Because it used to give precision target 2. So
Oh
then the
yes,
Dionyscus Riders, yeah, they go to quality 3. But now,
so they'd hit on.
so they hit and hit hard, but no
Yeah.
more.
Bit sad.
Bit sad. Saurians copped it a little bit. Oh, yeah, another thing that wasn't covered here. Triceratops lost protection feat.
Yep.
Ouch. That
Big
hurts.
Al. You had a absurd transport that was even more absurd, and now it's just absurd.
It's just a normal melee transport, which is good,
Yeah.
but it's not the ridiculous thing it was before.
Yeah,
That's alright.
it's still slow.
Soul Snatchers, of course, now have to pick between Fast and Scout, and Mutant Soul Snatchers may now have either Bounding or Ambush. Okay, sure.
Oh wow, the choice to get rid of bounding, perfect.
I'll take
I
it.
don't know what the other rule is. I don't care what the other rule is. I'd rather pay points to get rid of it.
Titan Lords
hate
had
that.
a big change. So
Oh, yeah.
they got all separated out into
I
different
guess
factions like Battle Brothers.
I guess we'll have to do another Titan Lords review. Sorry, everyone who plays more popular factions.
So this is a straight nerf. Because before you used to get honor code, and then you would get one of the other ones as well. You could pick one of these if you wanted to. So you could combine them. Now, if you pick change, one, you can only have change across all your dudes. You can't just pick which one's best for that specific
But you
Titan.
also don't get But you don't get honor bound.
You don't get honor bound. Yeah. So less flexibility and less rules for Titan Lords. And they got a new mech. Paladin Light Titan.
They got caster on literally every Titan as well. That's also some fairly decent change.
They had
Paladin is
that.
in. No. The small ones can have it as well.
They had it before.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they had caster 2. Now they've actually gone down to caster 1.
Has made it cheaper, I guess.
Yeah. So
Paladin Light Titan is the new one.
yeah, so you can drop the shield to get the 2 weapons. You've got 6 attacks in melee and 12, 16
What?
or 12 attacks
12.
in shooting.
You can go up to 12 melee, because you replace 2 heavy hammers.
Right, you could, but if you only. But for 1 heavy hammer, you can get 12 or 16 shooting attacks instead of 6 melees.
Well, then you wouldn't swap out one of the melees. You'd keep the shooting gun.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a lot of shots. That's 19 AP1 shots.
Well, you might keep the shield then. Is what I meant.
Oh, instead of. Yeah.
Instead of
Keep fortified.
what? Yeah, keep fortified rather than spend. I guess you're only spending 5 points to get the hammer.
Yeah, I kind of like these weapons still for it. But yeah,
I
it's a
like
choice.
fortified on a tough aiding defense 2-up. It's just like, just really, you don't get to shoot me. Go away.
The regen and stuff has gone up as well. The scaling has made these much more expensive upgrades.
Yeah. Vanguard config 110 points. Yep.
That's a lot. But Scout though. Scout on a tough 18.
Yeah, it's a bit spooky.
That's a lot. That's a lot, especially with the 16, 12-inch shots. It's kind of cool. You know, I like it. I'm going to scout it. I'm going to scout it at someone. Alright. And Wormhole Demons. So yeah, Lustbound change. Demonic Incursion is now part of the mount category. Okay.
I'm going to be honest and say that I haven't actually looked at Wormhole Demons yet.
Although
I do understand they're reasonably popular.
He hasn't done his homework.
I have not. Well, clearly you just need to bring them against me so that I get interested.
So it's an ambush aura. And it means you can't be on like a demon beast or anything like that if you want your ambush aura.
How many different heroes does this Konami get?
2, 4, 6. It's more than like the entire Elven Jesters list and just heroes.
Yeah.
This is just one of the 4. This is Demons of War.
I guess most of the source in Demons is in the heroes.
Piercing shooting. Yeah, okay. Change Screeches now Vanguard and Warhounds, of course. Hounds eat it.
So part of the mount category, presumably meaning that it's instead of other upgrades.
So it means you can't be on like
it's an
a demon
aura,
beast.
But it's, yeah.
And
yeah, okay. But
ambush.
It's a second aura for the unit.
Yeah. Kind of like my company commander in HGF can't have Watchdog aura and Scout or whatever.
No, but you still have access to ambush aura and a normal aura.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can have double aura if you want, which is nice.
So I think that's the real difference. Oh, I guess I'm saying that I don't know what they were like before. Maybe it was an issue combining ambush and being on a horse, which, in retrospect, in my mind, does make sense.
I think
tough nine ambush does seem a bit scary. If you did like Throne of Blood,
well, it's
and the
like you can't. It's really hard to ambush like these Beast Riders now, for example.
Yeah,
because he can't run with them effectively. So
yeah. It's interesting they keep the Sergeant banner and musician from.
The banner's changed. Oh no, I thought it did change. I heard it went to. Banner went to. Thea. Guess not.
I think that's for most other people.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's for the Wormhole Demon specifically.
Huh.
You can tell we've really done our advanced.
I played a little bit of Fantasy and Regiments. The Chivalrous Kingdoms change is very welcome. These were ridiculous. Like scouting 22-inch charge, ridiculous. So the fact that that's toned back is nice.
Can't speak for most of them.
All right. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I did, as he said before, I did look through and think, oh man, my army just took a bunch of hits. But then I looked at it and see whatever happened with everyone else, and yeah, I get it now.
Yeah. That trying to slow down engagement so that the game lasts more than the first 2 turns is a good idea. The way that he's done it, I think could be good. I'm not sure. I think the fact that shotguns only really got the nerf from the perspective of scout going up in price is interesting. Shotgun scouts being more expensive net still. My shotguns and transport still not getting a price increase is pretty nice. That
It's
being
the
said,
scouting, striding, fast melee stuff that was the true horror.
You reckon?
I think so. Just your whole army just null deploying and then just getting an instant charge, causing morale test or die.
Maybe I'm used to more shooting opponents than I am the scouting melee units. But yeah, either way, adjustment to a longer game survivability is good. I like that. There's some more esoteric changes in there. I really appreciate that a lot of the rules that only affected tough 3 to tough 9 got adjusted to be tough 3 up, or there's the tough 9 up is an interesting choice. But I do like that more than it just being that specific band, because if you give extra AP to something against things that are tough, it should probably include tough 12 vehicles.
Well, I was using that against the orcs quite a lot because, you know, if you're orcs, you want the AP4, but then it doesn't work on the actual really big stuff like combat walkers. At least it didn't before. Work on the combat walkers and the tanks and things, which was really bad. It made it so you really didn't want to take those. But now they're going to actually punish the big stuff, which is where they're going to actually do a lot of damage. So now it's going to be so scary. It's all right, I guess.
Yeah, look, are you optimistic about the changes?
I am. Even though my veterans, rest in peace, veterans scouting with heavy armor and regen, now I've got to pick. Overall, I am quite happy. Some armies it's going to be pretty tough. I think Elven Jesters they took a beating in this. Just punished for being very very fast and zoomy and ambushy. They just everything that he was wanting to tone down is just distilled in this army, sadly. So that's going to be tough.
Well deserved. Teleporting Inquisition's got a nerf. Your 18-inch charging twice on turn 1 combo.
The Human Inquisition assassins.
Yeah, remember the teleporting ones?
Yeah.
That we were like, yep, take this.
Well, it's more the fact that you can only upgrade. You can only activate a third of your army again. Is going to be a lot harder to play around now. You can't do that. Activate 15 times on the first turn.
No, only 13 or 14, depending on whether it rounds up.
Yeah, no, I'm optimistic. I'm keen to play. I think we'll probably check in after maybe 10 or so games and see how we're feeling about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, well done, Tano. I like it.
Yeah. You missed light walkers, but I'm sure you'll get them next time. Just don't forget they could use a little bit of a hot fix. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, they need more limited weapons. Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah. See ya.